What is up everyone, and welcome back to another reaction video. Today we are continuing with our Smallville series and we are on to episode 11 of season 2, so we're halfway through season 2. It has been such a fun journey so far. I've loved every episode of Smallville in its own way and in its own right, and I'm really happy that I've done a reaction series to it and that you guys are joining me on this journey. Been so much fun, so I can't thank you enough for that. In the last episode we left off with a really cool little story between Clark and a new girl called Kyla, and a prophecy that heavily resembled Clark and his origin to Smallville, and it ended in quite a Shakespearean tragedy. But I don't want to spoil too much of it. If you guys want to check that reaction out, if you haven't already, I highly recommend you do. It's in my Smallville reaction playlist. But I'm really looking forward to getting into this episode and seeing all the twists and turns along the way. We also had a cool reveal with Lana in the last episode about her parents. So I'm excited to see what's in store with her and her story arc in that regard. So hopefully we get to find out. But without further ado, let's jump into this reaction. I hope you're all looking forward to it and I hope you all enjoy. Starting at the Talon.
Tomorrow morning.
By that time you'll need a snorkel. Let me see what I can do.
Clark Kent here to save the day. Ooh. Maybe not. Maybe not.
I need red!
Oh, no way. He used his heat vision to steal it. That's cool. That's really cool.
How did you do that?
I just kept twisting and turning and it stopped.
That's one way to pull it. Yeah, Lana, you check him out.
This guy's not really the same when you see it alone.
It's getting late.
Yeah.
I should go put this back.
I love the relationship those two have. I just wish it could go a little bit further.
Any news from the military?
I'm really worried.
Oh, damn.
The military even sent back his personal effects to his mom.
I forgot that Whitney went missing right at the end. Look at him in his military outfit. That's the kryptonite necklace.
You start wearing that again?
Doesn't feel right. I have to know he's safe first.
Well, if anyone can get through it, Whitney can.
Oh my god, we're cutting to Whitney! I don't believe it! I never thought we'd see him again.
I'm gonna get back. You see, Lana, I know 50 about Lana, or Smallville.
Ooh, they're being ambushed.
Keep moving! I got one flare left! We just gotta make it to that ridge!
Is it just Whitney left? Oh no, he's saving his one teammate.
You okay, bud? No one's gonna die, I promise!
Oh my god! No way! If we just actually... There's no way Whitney's actually dead if he's come back, right? Like, surely there's going to be a cool story arc around this. Like, there's no way. There's no way he's actually dead. But I did not expect us to actually see him. I'm glad that he's back in a way. It'd be a cool little story to tell.
She's a glorified seamstress. One by one, our heroes are being defrocked.
Winter Festival in Granville this weekend. My mom's gonna have a booth there for her produce. I was thinking maybe we can go and hang out.
I have to take a couple of extra shifts at the Talon.
Don't think Lana can concentrate.
Working yourself to the bone isn't gonna bring him back any faster. It's okay to have a little fun.
Yeah, count me in.
Hey, little Lana and Clark date. Or not date. Who's this boy? Is it Whitney? It is! He's back! No way! Lana's gonna be so happy right now. And Clark's going to be happy, but also devastated.
if you're back.
That's actually a really cute moment. Especially when you think about all the real life reunions very similar to that. Soldier coming home. Oh, sweet. Clark don't think it's too sweet though.
Fordman must be so relieved. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Look at his face!
Now, why do I get the impression that you're not going to be the Grand Marshal at Whitney's homecoming parade?
I'm happy. I really am. It's just
Devastated he's back.
things were just starting to get better between me and Lana, and so did I. But now she's throwing a party tonight at the Talon.
And you're going, right?
I don't know if I can stomach seeing them together again.
Clark. Whitney risked his life for this country, and he deserves a hero's welcome.
Couldn't agree more, Jonathan. Couldn't have said it better myself.
It's so nice to have things back to normal. My son and the prettiest girl in school together.
Oh, look at that, she made him some cookies.
I bet you thought you'd never see me again.
I never gave up hope.
When I was out there, lost, the thought of seeing you again was the only thing that kept me going.
Aww. But Lana doesn't feel the same anymore. She doesn't feel the same anymore.
Video letter I sent you.
Video letter? What did it say?
He never got it. So he doesn't even know that they've broken up.
Lana, there's something you need to know about me. When my platoon was ambushed, I was caught in an explosion. And doctors don't know if I'll ever get it back.
Whitney, it's okay.
Oh, so no, he did get it, but he just doesn't remember it.
I just want things to be like they used to be.
Oh no. I feel bad for him because he doesn't remember it. Then that look at the end was a bit distressful.
Arrest and saying sorry I have a date might have come off as slightly insensitive.
Lex's face.
I imagine those 2 weeks a year you spend in Rwanda treating orphan children does wonders for your conscience. Someone who's been burned by the opposite sex more times than he cares to admit.
Yeah, and it looks like he's been burned again.
And second of all, if you think I'm gonna put up with your pathetic, paranoid attempts at invading my privacy, you're even more arrogant than everyone said you were.
Oh my god. So she has betrayed him then, right? She's working for Lionel. I can't believe it, man. Lex gets burned by everyone.
Trying to refresh his memory.
How's he doing?
You know, surprisingly well.
Did he mention your award-winning Dear John video?
He doesn't remember ever seeing it. He thinks we're still a couple.
Well, that's gotta be awkward.
Very. Especially since she hasn't told him.
A lot of his fans came back. Feelings I thought were long gone.
Hence the 45-minute wardrobe crisis.
The thing with Whitney, you know, no mysteries, no deep dark secrets.
Unlike someone we know.
Chloe is an investigator after all.
You know, Whitney, if you're up for it, I'd love to set up an exclusive interview with you for The Torch.
What I do remember, I'd rather not talk about. Now that I'm back home, I'd rather focus on the more important things in life.
It's so awkward.
Listen, Clark, about Saturday.
No, it's okay. I understand.
What's going on this Saturday?
Nothing.
Awkward.
No, not especially.
Clark and I are just friends, Whitney.
He seems extremely jealous right now.
I'm gonna get some punch.
Oh my god, he seems so jealous. This is a new Whitney.
How could I have been so stupid?
What the hell?
Whitney, what's going on?
What's going on with you and Lana?
Nothing.
How has he got super strength?
Promised you.
Stabbed me in the back by trying to steal my girl.
It's not what happened. How'd you do that to the door?
I'm a trained U.S. Marine, Clark. There's a lot of things I can do.
None of this behavior is a US Marine. A typical US Marine anyway. What is going on with Whitney? Look at that!
What are you talking about?
Whitney told me he walked in on you tearing apart the bathroom.
Now, Whitney was the one tearing up the bathroom.
He said you told him to stay away from me, Clark.
Oh my god, what is going on with Whitney?
After everything he's been through, now you're calling him a liar? I can't believe you.
Oh, we played this game one too many times with Clark and Lana. Seriously, Lana, you should have a little bit more respect for Clark. Like, you've irritated me now. Like, we've played this so many times and he's proven you that he is not this type of person so many times. Why would you think he would do this?
Are you here to see Whitney?
I beg your pardon?
Hey, what's up, Lieutenant?
Mistake? What do you mean?
Ma'am, according to my superiors, your son is actually...
He just beat that soldier to death. I don't believe it.
I haven't seen Heisman in so long.
What is going on? What happened to him? So he must have been kidnapped then by when he got ambushed, right? And he's been like experimented on.
You should be careful of him because he's not what he seems.
How do you know?
Can we just not talk about Clark? Moving in thing, I just want to be with you all the time.
It's okay.
Lana shouldn't be stringing him along like she is, but I do understand the position she's in. Like, how can she tell him what's happened with what he's experienced?
Maybe this specialist could help Whitney.
If you want, I can get him an appointment this week.
Yeah, thanks.
What is my favorite radio station? When I get in the car with Lana, that radio has to be on the...
It's not Whitney, is it?
School wants it. Please.
Whitney can actually be really intimidating when he wants to be.
I know you've had a thing for her. You always have. It's one of Clark Kent's many secrets.
Whitney, this has nothing to do with Lana.
It's for you to stay out of my life.
How is he so strong? What did they do to him? Is that kryptonite all through his skeleton? It is! It wasn't Whitney! I was right! I was right!
What's going on?
Look, I know this may sound crazy, but...
I'm absolutely baffled!
Existential on us, or is this wall of weird material? The mighty morphing power girl?
What?
I can't believe that Tina's back!
She is, but it's impossible.
Why she was...
And that's how she knows about Clark and Lana!
When she was declared insane, I figured I didn't have to worry.
Well, we gotta worry now. Does she know?
Yeah, she used Lana's necklace against me. I'm gonna go find Tina. You warn Lana.
Warn me about what?
Ugh.
Lana, this may be hard for you to understand, but...
This girl just lurks in the shadows.
Whitney's actually Tina Greer.
Why would you say that?
You just have to believe me.
This is just insane.
Everything that happens around here is insane.
I'm going to the Fordmans. You stay here with Pete till I get back.
I need some time alone.
I understand, Lana, but that freak is dangerous.
That freak is her. No wonder she was lurking in the shadows. Ooh! Oh, Pete is out cold with a nasty cut on the forehead.
Are you okay? Where's Whitney?
Whoever it is not my son.
Okay.
So Whitney never returned.
Lana. Get out of Smallville.
You know, I'm still in high school.
My mom was only 16 when she married my dad. This is her ring.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Tina is insane. She's so obsessed with Lana.
The thing that combat taught me is how to deal with loss and move on.
I'm sorry.
And that would be true if you were the real Whitney.
Your necklace. Do you think I could have it? This is something to remember you by. I know it means a lot to you.
Oh my god, she wants to use it against Clark.
That's why I want you to have it.
This Tina is so evil, man. Imitating a missing soldier.
She's pretty freaked out by this whole thing.
Who could blame her, right? Oh, any idea where Tina is now?
She could be anyone.
Ain't that the truth? I was just about to say.
The meteor shower must have done something to you, too. Looks painful. I want to be with Lana, I don't have a choice.
Last year, you tried to kill her.
Yeah.
She's gonna imitate Clark.
She rejected me, and I acted without thinking. And I'll do anything to be with her.
She is completely insane.
Stay away from her!
You have the perfect life. And most importantly, the girl of our dreams waiting for you to finally make a move.
God damn! Ah, Tina! She's a savage.
This could possibly win the Nobel Prize for stupidity. I fell for someone who never really existed.
That's really harsh. I mean, I can understand why Lex felt that way, though. Look at his track record. What is that? Oh, it's Clark's ship. It's powering up. Why is it powering up? Did his ship just nullify the kryptonite? I think it did. How? It's made it white. Interesting. Tina is the biggest creep ever.
Hey.
Sorry.
And now she's disguised as Chloe.
I need sock deprived.
Well, go ahead. I gotta go to the talent and close out.
She was sniffing her damn socks.
Okay. Now you're starting to act strange. Well, given your past history with Clark, I'm surprised you're so eager to play matchmaker.
Don't think it's easy for me, Lana. I just don't want to stand in the way of what's meant to be.
She's doing it as Chloe. Lana must be so confused right now. I love it. I just love how oblivious she is to everything, especially with everything that goes on in Smallville.
No, I wasn't expecting to see anyone this late.
Hey, Lana, there's something I should tell you. If I didn't act on my true feelings, I could lose you forever.
Did someone put something in the Smallville water supply? Because everyone's acting really strange today.
I'm acting the way I should have acted.
At least she's finally starting to pick up on something. Now you know she loves him.
Clark.
And now she knows.
No, Lana, that's Tina. Lana, it's me, Clark. Don't listen to him, he's lying. The guy who fixed the leaky drain pipe.
And that's how he admits it.
Stay away from me, you freak!
No!
Oh my god, man, this is so insane!
Ruined everything!
Clark versus Tina as Clark. Tina has got some real strength, but Clark don't give up that easy.
You don't have to do this, you can stop. I can help you. Why don't you just die?
He got her to impale herself. Wow.
Take care of Lana.
She is that obsessed with Lana that those were her last words. Take care of Lana. She was completely insane, but she was also extremely mentally ill.
How's Mrs. Fordman?
The military officer that Tina murdered was coming to tell Mrs. Fordman that they had found Whitney's body. Whitney died in combat.
Oh my god.
Oh no! He did die! That opening scene was his death!
I wonder if I didn't have my abilities, if I'd have that same kind of courage.
That you would.
That's so sad. I can't believe they actually killed Whitney off in that opening scene and then used him as a manipulation for Tina.
I'm really sorry you had to grow up like that, Lex. I am.
When my mother died, I began to build a wall around my heart. Every year that wall grew taller, more fortified, till eventually it became impenetrable. I want to tear the wall down, Helen, I do. I don't have the slightest clue how to do it.
He's coming to her open and honest.
I've never once asked anyone for help, but I'm asking you now. Help me, Helen. I don't want to become my father.
Aww. I quite like Helen and Lex. I think they could have quite a good relationship with the way it's going. I like the subplot this episode. I'm really, really glad that she didn't actually betray him. Because he gets betrayed by everyone. I am so intrigued about what's happened with this crystal. This piece of kryptonite.
Accused you of things and still you're here. Protecting me. I don't care if you have secrets, Clark. Thing in my life, and I don't want to lose you too.
I'm not going anywhere.
That might be the sweetest thing Lana's ever said to Clark. And I can't help but smile, even though this is supposed to be a really sad scene, because that is the nicest thing she's ever said to him. And it's so good that she's finally acknowledged it to him as well. Because she's right, like, the fact he is still there is amazing. I really enjoyed this episode. I was absolutely bamboozled by the whole Whitney scenario. What a cool twist. I was devastated by it, don't get me wrong, but it's really interesting how they showed the opening scene of Whitney in action, and that was obviously the Whitney we know and love as a character, and that was us getting shown his tragic death in action, or at least the suspicion of his death, because he was classed as missing in action at the start. But then you see him come back and you think that he's okay and everything's all good, and you think that the issue is going to be around the relationship between Whitney and Lana, and what happened between them, Whitney's memory loss, and the idea that Clark and Lana were developing more feelings towards each other and getting closer to one another. So I thought that was a really, really interesting and unique spin to take Whitney out of the equation completely, and it was actually Tina from season 1 who was completely obsessed with Lana in the episode that she was in, and yet again the whole premise was being completely obsessed with Lana to the point that she's interpreted Whitney, then Chloe, then Clark to try and get Lana's approval. And every single time she got a little bit closer, but she never got it because she was never actually those people. But I really liked her character. I found that really fun. The plot twist was just brilliant. Like, I really did not expect that at all. It is quite sad though when you think about the plot twist of it is actually that Whitney died and this person that we were following was just Tina the whole time. In this episode anyway, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. It was very, very cool. I felt that scene at the end between Clark and Lana massively. I really I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. One, because Lana finally acknowledged things that she should have said to Clark a long time ago, in my opinion. But I also enjoyed her being open and honest about how she feels and her abandonment issues and how that affects her. And I could also see this transporting hers and Clark's relationship significantly forward now, because she's finally starting to acknowledge those things to herself, even though this is a really devastating moment for everybody, which I think will be good for the long run, of course, but it's just not great for right now, unfortunately. I really want to know what happened with the kryptonite necklace, why that turned white, and why the ship managed to like nullify it and take away its power, affecting Clark. That's gotta be something that we see in the future, because we saw Clark obviously looking at it at the end then before talking to Lana as well. But what an interesting thing to happen. Like, I didn't think the ship is obviously sentient enough to detect Clark was being affected by it, I suppose. But what was the purpose of it? Was the purpose to save Clark? Was it to do something else? Does it just absorb that natural power or energy? Like, does it like siphon it? I don't know. That's a really cool thing to explore in the future. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what goes on with that and why the ship did absorb the kryptonite. If it was just a self-precaution thing or just to take care of Clark, even that would be quite cool, I think. But I think there's something more there to it, which I'm really intrigued to explore and get further into. I loved Lex's subplot this episode, like I said, throughout the reaction with Helen. I loved the idea that it looked again, and it was another plot twist with his story as well, because I like the idea that it looked yet again like Lex was getting betrayed by somebody he was supposed to be affectionate with and be building a relationship with, and he's been burned so many times that you get that interpretation straight away, which is fair enough, and it certainly leads you to believe that that is the case, but in reality it wasn't, and she was actually a good loyal person towards him, and he didn't give her the time of day to try to acknowledge it first, and it threw a kink in their developing relationship, which could have been severely catastrophic for both of them if they weren't able to come to some sort of resolution. And I really like that Lex, for once, decided to be open and honest and sort of put his heart on his sleeve, like he did towards the end. Then, like, he didn't do much. He didn't do so much, or as much as the average person, I suppose. But you got to think about how many like barriers, like he was saying about when he was speaking to her about it, open and honestly, like how hard it is for him to be affectionate and be real like that with somebody he cares for, because of how many times he's been burned. And the way he's been raised by his father and what happened to his mum and every other relationship he's had in his life, which I find very complex, and it certainly adds a lot of depth to his character. So I like that they're starting to try and explore that, and Lex himself is trying to be more of a better person, which I find really cool. I really like the spin that they've done on Lex Luthor in Smallville. He's such an interesting character right now. I just really love every character in Smallville. I think they're all really good right now. I enjoy all of them. I thought the fight between Lana, Clark and Tina at the end was really cool as well, and I like how Clark managed to get Tina to impale herself on the piece of glass. I think it was glass. Might have been like a spear or something, but I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was glass. But yeah, I thought that was really cool as well, and I find it crazy that her last words was to take care of Lana. She was that obsessed with Lana that her final words were addressing that Clark take care of Lana, which is just absolutely insane to me. But she obviously had so much love and affection for her that it completely overwhelmed her, that she tried to gain her approval in the most severe ways on 2 separate occasions, and unfortunately failed on both of them. And the second time it resulted in her death, which is just extremely tragic. I think that about covers everything for this episode though, guys. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think I've missed anything out. If I have, please point it out to me in the comments down below. I will be happy to acknowledge it down in the comments or in the next part. But I think this is where we're going to end it now. So I'm going to end it on this note, because I haven't ended it on this note for a little while. So if you guys are still watching right now, I do massively appreciate it. Thank you. I love having these little conversations with you and giving my opinion on the show towards the end of it. It's just something that I enjoy to do. What is your favourite episode of Smallville? I would love to know, so please let me know the season and episode down in the comments down below, and I will write it down in my notes. I check it before every episode that I record, and if it is one of those fan favourites that you guys have picked out, I will acknowledge it and acknowledge whose favourite it is at the time of recording it, and I'll try and pay greater detail to the episode itself and talk about it in more detail and length at the end, just so we can have a bit more of a discussion about it, and if they're your favourite parts, hopefully they'll be mine as well. And I'll have a lot more to say. So yeah, please guys, let me know your favourite episode of Smallville down in the comments. I think this is where we're going to end it for now. So I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe for more. I do really appreciate all your support, guys. It does mean the world to me. And I will catch you all in the next one. Take care, everyone. Peace.